Hi students, this is first week and we're going to learn about Introduction to Argumentative Writing. Well, just to introduce myself, I'm Ms. Amrit, one of the language instructor for English Proficiency 4. To begin with, let's have a look at the overview. So we're going to cover about what is an argumentative writing, what are the elements of argumentation, which could be including argument or claim, what is data, how to support claims with data, counter arguments or counterclaims, rebuttal or refutation, and then we're going to have a look at structure of an argumentative writing, and lastly, considering the audience. So, what is an argumentative writing? Well, we can say that argumentative writing is a genre of writing that requires you to write about, to investigate a topic, collect, generate and evaluate evidence, and establish a position on the topic in a concise manner. So it uses evidence and facts to prove whether or not a thesis is true. It presents two sides of a single issue, whether you are on the side of for or against. Alright, so both sides. Now, there are 5 elements of argumentation, and these elements are thesis, or else we call it as claim, or we can also call it as argument, followed by reasons, evidence, counterclaim, and rebuttal. So not to forget, when you have all these 5 elements, you also should have introduction and conclusion, alright, in an argumentative essay. Now, what is argument? What is claim? So an argument states a claim and supports it with reasons and evidence and data from sources. So, in other words, it's your opinion or position on an issue. Alright, whether you have to state it, whether you agree or disagree. You strongly agree or strongly disagree. So, it's about arguing your side. That is what makes you to be the proponent. Alright, so proponent means you suggest, you propose. So what is data? Data here is evidence, alright, or specific information that supports a claim. So you cannot simply just make a claim. You need the support. So data should be the supporting source. So there are 3 types of data. First order data are the convictions of the receiver. So maybe the receiver, or just like you as the writer, receive from somewhere else, okay, from experience and so on. Second order data are the claims by the source. Could be article, could be books, could be something else. Then third order data are opinions of others as cited by the source. So not the source that you have taken from the book, but perhaps the author would have taken from somewhere else. So that will be the third order data. Now, how to support claims with data? There are 3 ways. First, using statistics. You can convey information in numerical form. Second, giving examples. Support the writer's contention that a general statement is true. Third way is to use expert opinions. Alright? Get the interpretation of facts from the right experts. Now, counter arguments or counter claims is the opposite. Alright? An argument that stands in opposition to your argument. So it's the opposite side of claim. Alright? We call it as counter argument or counter claim. So counter argument is your opponent's, the other side's argument that tries to explain why you are wrong. Rebuttal or refutation is simply disapproving an opposing argument. Okay. Now, this is actually turning back to your original position. So remember, first you make the claim, then comes counterclaim, which is against your claim, isn't it? So rebuttal means after you have stated the counterclaim, you are reversing back to your actual claim. You're saying that your actual claim is the right one and you stand for that. So that is called rebuttal. Now here is an example of everyday life example. So let's say there are two people arguing, and in this case Bob says, that was a lame movie. So what do you mean by lame movie here? Alright, it's a lame movie. So that's a claim made by Bob. Susie asked, why? So Bob says, the special effects were bad. The monsters were obviously fake. So Bob was actually giving the evidence, to say that why the movie was lame. So Susie says, I thought the movie was good because the acting was believable. So here in this case, Susie's thoughts and opinion is called counterclaim. Alright? And at last, rebuttal, which means Bob is going to stress his point again, his claim again. Okay? So how is he going to do? There are two ways now. Bob's bad response. Well, this type of response, we should not use it in our daily life if can. Alright? We have to be polite. So his response, a bad response will be, you are an idiot. So we will follow the good response here. Yes, the acting was good, but the horrible special effects were too distracting and caused some awkward moments. So this is the right way of stressing again his own points, his own claim. That is what we call rebuttal. Okay, now let's learn some of the key terms that will be useful in argumentative writing. So there are 6 terms here, alright? But I want you, before me giving you the answers, I want you to guess, alright? Try to answer this. Try to match the key terms with the explanation. So I'll give you about 1 minute to try, and then I'll show you the answers. Alright, so it's already a minute, and I hope you have already found the answers. Alright, some of the answers as well. So let's check the answers. So here you go. A person who disagrees with something and speak against it is known as opponent. Alright, so opponent is the one who goes against. The act of or process of forming reasons, drawing conclusions, and applying them to a case in discussion is known as argumentation. Third one, point or statement that supports one's ideas and or thesis is known as pro-argument. 4. Point or statement in opposition to the argument being made in a written document or speech is known as counter-argument. 5th, the process of discrediting the arguments that oppose your thesis statement is known as refutation. And finally, someone who argues in favor of something, or advocate, we call it as, is known as proponent. Alright, is known as proponent. So, briefly, here is the structure of an argumentative writing. Okay, now let me tell you that argumentative writing can have 5 or 6 paragraphs. It depends on how many claims and how many counter arguments or counter claims you have actually written. So we'll start with the introduction. You'll have your topic and you have your stand or position here with your thesis statement stating that whether you strongly disagree or agree, followed by first claim and data. Remember, data here means evidence and reasoning. So then we are followed by claim 2, data 2. So this is actually in one paragraph. This is the another paragraph. So the following paragraph will be on counter argument claim. So it's up to you to have counter argument claim 1 or you want to have 2. But you must have refutation again that stands back or supports your claim again. Okay. And at last, finally, you have to restate your thesis statement here and also your stand. Okay. With the points given. Now, final part of this presentation is we have going to look at considering the audience. Now, why is it so important for us to consider the audience? Now, remember when you write something, there are readers that are going to actually read your write-up, alright, your essay. So you need to think about it. Who's going to be your readers? So here are some of the questions that can actually help you before writing. Whom are you trying to reach? What do they already know about your topic? What is your relationship with your audience and how does it impact your word choice and tone? So you should know how you are laying out the ideas, whether the person is knowing some kind of knowledge. If they don't know, then you have to explain certain things. Okay? So I hope you have already got the overview of what is argumentative writing now, and also structure and the elements as well. So we're going to look at furthermore, alright, in the next presentation. Till then, see you.